welcome back everyone to Sekai, the Lookout Chronicles of Another World. This is episode 5, and joining me this week is, of course, Jerri and Pat. How are y'all doing today?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. I'm tired. I went up to Baba's last night, so I had a good time. I was turned,
Oh,
and now I'm paying for it.
yeah, the night after, the day after.
Hmm.
This is why you don't go out on school nights, kids.
I listen. I had to put me first. I had to put me first.
I'm glad you had a good time. Um, and then we have a special party member joining this week's quest. He's been on with us for Plug and Play as well as some Big Eyes episodes, and he started his own podcast,
No.
the Bang Baby Diaries. I don't know
Yes,
why I want to say
sir.
Big Bang, but shout out to the homie Nick. What's going on, bro?
What's good, y'all?
What's up? Hi, Nick. Welcome.
What's good, man? Welcome.
How you feeling? How you feeling? I know you've been going through the grind lately.
Yeah, I've been on my what is it, training arc for the past like 6 months. So yeah, life's been kicking my ass. But it's great.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to see you doing well, man. Like we had to pull you in for this one. But before we get started on this week's episode, I have an announcement to make. And it is a very special occasion this week for several reasons. First, and probably the biggest thing this week, it is the 8th anniversary of The Lookout.
Oh yay! Look at y'all.
Yeah, I know. On March 19th, 2018, Meals and Jeff started the Lookout podcast talking about Dragon Ball Super. And several years later, we've been able to work with Crunchyroll, Viz Media, interview a whole bunch of different voice actors, attend different conventions for like press coverage, and debut many different podcasts, including Mount Silver, Big Eyes, Subs Lie, Dubs Lie, Plug and Play, and now Resekai. So, I mean, if you want to see all the things that we've done over the last 8 years, we've got the clips on IG and TikTok and the entire catalog of coverage and the podcasts are all on YouTube. So please go subscribe to the YouTube, The Lookout. We have 500 plus episodes all compiled there, a bunch of different videos. Everything is there. Go run it up. Shout out to Mills, LJ, D, Johnny Barnes, everybody in the extended Lookout family as we celebrate 8 years on this network. And we're kicking off this week with our episode covering Spirited Away. And then next is going to be the return of Subs Lie, Dubs Lie this Wednesday on the 18th with J&D and their special guest King Spade joining them as they cover JoJo's Bizarre Adventure up to part 7 to celebrate the release of Steel Ball Run. That's going to be amazing. Go run it up with them. They are going to, I'm listening every week. They're going to run it up. That's going to be an exciting time. And then finally is going to be the episode that you've all been waiting for. We are returning with a new episode of The Lookout, dropping this Thursday on the anniversary. We have something special planned for y'all. So please be on the lookout, only on the lookout.
Just congrats, man, on y'all journey and all the progress
Mhm.
y'all made, and very proud of y'all and everything y'all done. And I look forward to seeing y'all continue to do great things in the future.
Oh yeah, man, y'all are all along for the ride now. Like all three of
That
y'all.
is true. We are here.
Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out
Oh
to y'all
yeah.
for joining us.
Like 8 years is a long ass time. Like I have an 8-year-old. That's a long ass time. Like especially to say y'all been doing this long. So I mean, like that's
Mhm.
big ups to that. That's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, all credit goes to Mills, man. He's been holding it down the entire time. This man has been working his ass off. Like I know I don't want to talk about it because we'll probably talk about it on the lookout this week. But just the amount of work that Mills puts in behind the scenes just is crazy. He helps push me forward. I try to put my best foot forward through him, and everything that we try to do on the network. So shout out to Mills. Yo flowers, brother. Flowers all week for you. But yeah. Now back to the main feature. We are going to be talking about something very special, something very fun, a critically acclaimed movie, one of the best in anime, from one of the best studios in anime, from one of the best minds in anime. We are going to be talking about the 2001 classic from Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki. We are going to be talking about Spirited Away.
Chihiro, we're almost there.
What's this old building?
It looks like an entrance.
Wait for me!
You shouldn't be here. Get out of here now!
Mom! Dad!
It's a bathhouse for the spirits. It's where they come to replenish themselves. And this is certainly no place for humans.
What is it that you want?
Don't be afraid. I just want to help you.
Once you've met someone, you never really forget them.
We're just gonna have a general discussion about this. I don't want to like put anything too crazy out there, but can you guys remember the first Ghibli movie that you've ever watched?
Ooh.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, please don't come after me if I'm wrong with this. But isn't Princess Mononoke one? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So the very first time I've ever watched one of those movies, literally, is when I was 8 years old in Jamaica at 4 o'clock in the morning. Because for some reason in Jamaica on the TV with the satellite signal we get plays nothing but Princess Mononoke every night at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. I never asked why, but literally I would stay up trying to watch that movie every day while I was in Jamaica. Like, so I'll wait till 4 o'clock in the morning to watch it because sometimes I would catch it in the middle or the beginning or at the end. So I literally had to like try to figure out how to catch it so I could watch the whole thing. But that was the very first one I've ever seen.
My first was Kiki's Delivery Service, and I actually had the
Real
VHS.
baller.
Like I wore. So I guess my parents knew I liked anime back then because someone had to buy that for me. But yeah, I wore that tape out like so much. Like the tape stopped working because I would replay it all the time. So yes, that's my first and my favorite. Love Kiki.
For me, like, cause like me being introduced to the stuff, I remember whenever on a Cartoon Network they would drop the Miyazaki films on Toonami.
Yep, the month of Miyazaki in May.
Yes, and they did that shit for like 5 years straight. And I would so I always see the commercials for Kiki's Delivery Service, but I would never actually be able to catch it. But like the first one, like me just like remembering sitting through outright Howl's Moving Castle,
Okay, that's a good one.
and that one is presently my favorite Miyazaki film. Somewhat problematic, but yes, favorite.
I'm with Jerry on this one, but it was more because Kiki's Delivery Service would show on Disney Channel more than anything. So I would see it come up and I'm like, what is this? And it's something different because a lot of Ghibli movies were actually like published and released worldwide through the Walt Disney Company. So they would
Mhm.
show like Kiki's Delivery Service on there. But then I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When they did the month of Miyazaki, there were a couple of times I was like, man, they showing this shit again. Where Dragon Ball Z at? Like, I'm not finna watch this. But then, hey man, listen, I was like 5 or 6. I wasn't studying none of that. I wanted to see Kamehameha Blast, but
AD just wanted to see shit go boom.
Right?
no dead ass.
Just saying.
Listen, I'm not trying to watch this soft-hearted stuff. I'm not trying to watch some teenage shoujo drama angst. Where the violence at? You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I did eventually get into Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke a lot more. My Neighbor Totoro was also a very good one that I remember watching when I was younger. and then of course Spirited Away was probably my favorite one, other than Kiki's Delivery Service. So I'm glad that we are getting a chance to talk about it now. Um, this is a very special movie. It is, or was at least, the highest grossing film in Japanese history, all the way up until Slayer Mugen Train came out and
Wow.
surpassed it.
Wow, that's a long time.
Great.
Yes,
Hold
this
on to
movie
that.
released in yeah. This came out in 2001 and Mugen Train came out in 2020. Like practically 20 years.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like this is one of the best, one of the highest selling. Everybody pretty much loves it. It's critically acclaimed. There's some good casting in here. Um the story is really easy to get into. Everything is in my opinion like solid about it, other than a couple of things. Well, it's just overall a very wonderful story. Um do you guys remember your first time watching this and how did you feel about it?
I remember mine. This is once again during month of Miyazaki, and like it just hit different because like just comparatively everything else that you see on everything else you see on Toonami, everything you see on Cartoon Network. I didn't get a chance to catch it whenever it was running on Disney, but like the story beats, the way that Miyazaki like spins these narratives. Um, it's gentle, like it's gentle how they really introduce you to all of these characters. There's you can tell there's a lot, even from a young age. You can tell there's a lot of care in the story that they're trying to tell, and it's one of the more subtle ways that like I've been kind of drawn into animation.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what your question was. Oh, how was it when I first watched this? Not gonna lie, Spirited Away is like not my favorite Ghibli movie. Like, really wasn't banging with it, but it was always on. I feel like it was always on. Like, I had no choice but to watch it, and I had to like. Why do I feel like that? Rewatching it now, I know why. This is a horror movie. This shit is scary as fuck. This shit's scary as fuck, and I don't like scary movies, and so this is low key scary. I understand Chihiro, and that's why I don't vibe with it. But luckily, it's beautiful, and the soundtrack and OST is good, and I like the voice acting in the English dub. So I sat here and I watched it, but yeah, like the bad vibes, like those first couple of minutes with her family, and they driving up the hill.
Bro, the
Pure
dad was
A24.
the
That's
problem.
A24.
Hey,
That's
hey, yo,
A24 right
hey,
there. That's
yo.
A24. Y'all can't tell me it's not.
The dad was the
But
problem.
I was about to say, y'all want to
Hey,
get into it? Y'all want to get into that? Like,
yeah, yeah.
um, honestly, I don't remember the first time I watched this movie. Like as a kid, I know I was a kid when I first saw it, but I don't remember exactly when. But I do know that as I got into my teenage years, that's when I started to get more and more into anime, and that's when I saw it again for the first time, like in its full length. So for me, I would say for me, my first full experience would probably be like 12, between 12 and 13. I was 13 years
mhm,
old,
yeah.
and it was definitely an experience. At the time, I didn't understand the movie. I was just here, ooh, anime, it looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she got kidnapped by some spirits type deal. I didn't really get the deeper sense of the movie at the time, but it was definitely an interesting thing, and it was kind of like one of my gateways into helping me bringing me into this world. So
okay, okay. I think we kind of want to get into it a little bit more because we touched on the dad. Um,
yes.
so the if you haven't seen this movie, please go watch it first of all, and then come back to this episode because we're definitely gonna be spoiling the hell out of a 25-year-old movie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you said you should have seen. I mean, I will hope majority of the people have seen it by now. Like,
Like,
I
if you
want.
have not, all I'm
I
saying is everybody should have went on their Ghibli journey at some point in their lives.
facts.
iron. Ironically enough, whenever I was rewatching it for this episode, my wife has never seen it before. She has never seen
Oh
any Ghibli
man.
movie before. So I was just sitting here listening to her firsthand critique of this shit. And that shit was hilarious.
Oh man, you probably could have had her give her take. Man, listen, I always want to know like what people's ideas and takes are on things that they see for the first time. Like I gotta know because
Uh,
that's always a refreshing look, especially like when we know like
the thing that kept popping up every 5 minutes was, damn, her parents are trash.
yes,
Like literally for the first hour, it's like, oh, this is all her parents' fault.
no, absolutely. Oh,
Absolutely.
all right, let's get into it. So it follows a young girl named Chihiro who is moving to a new neighborhood, and you know, her parents got her in the back of the car. She's not really excited to, make new friends or whatever. But her dad got a new job. Mom is just along for the ride or whatever like that. So they're pulling up to supposed to be the house, but the dad makes a wrong turn and ends up on this like little dirt pathway side street or whatever. He just takes it down. He's like, there might be a little roundabout around the way, that'll take us back up to where the house is. So he follows the path, going about 40 miles an hour, then starts speeding up 50 miles an hour, hitting a little bump here and there, like,
Man.
start getting kind of reckless in there. I see Chihiro in the back seat getting whiplash, like
Her mama did tell her to sit down, and she did not sit down.
She did, and she did not do. But still, the dad was wild for driving that fast.
40 miles an hour in a forest, not a road, off
Because he
road.
had 4-wheel drive. We got
this
4-wheel drive.
this man riding in 4-wheel drive in an Audi, bro. Like he did not care. I'm like, damn, dog. Like you just fucking up these ladies in your car, bro. Like, calm down, relax.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. We'll be okay.
That man had to slam on the brakes. He came around to the entrance to a resort like area and saw a stone statue. Chihiro's looking around. I think she saw a statue on the side or whatever, and he almost crashes into it, but hits the brakes good enough. Shout out to them brakes, And they look into the tunnel of the resort, and the dad is like, "Hey, we should probably go check it out." But you can't see the other side of that. You can't see the other side of it. Mom is like, all right, I kind of want to see too. And Chihiro's like, no, I'm not going in there. Y'all are tripping. Like, we are not going. I don't know why y'all want to go. And they're like, you can just sit in the car. First things first. How do y'all feel about Chihiro and the parents? Let's just get this out the way.
Okay. I gotta make one quick statement about the parents, right? Mom had common sense until she got out the car. All her common sense went out the window at that point to me. The father must be part bloodhound, the way he sniffed that food out. My man used his nose in the air, sniffing to accurately pinpoint where that damn food was. He had to be part bloodhound.
The more y'all describe this, the more I keep in the back of my head. I'm like, this is an episode of Scooby Doo.
It is.
Because you have the big macho dude saying like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and explore. You got the person in the back is like, nah, I don't think this is a good idea. Oh no, you can just come on, Oh, there's food.
Listen, bro, I ain't never seen, like, I got a big back. I ain't never seen nobody back that expand on screen just from that, bro. Like, this man is the worst. He I won't say he's like top 5 worst parents. There are definitely a lot of worst parents in anime, but he at least gotta be in the top 50.
He's in the top 50 for sure, but not the top 5. There's some worse ones for the top 5.
I don't think they were that bad.
Like, again,
he's a negligent parent, but he's not
a terrible parent.
No, I mean, he's terrible. He's just not. He's just more negligent in his terribleness.
They're in a new.
It's not intentional.
They're in a new place. They want to explore. I don't see why we can't explore.
So, like, and here's my thing with the exploring. I don't know, out of all 4 of us, if any of us would just see food on a counter that we don't know who it's for or what it is.
Yes, of
and we
And
course.
just
not
start
only
eating
that,
it.
this man was like, "Oh yeah, if we have to pay for it, your dad got a whole bunch of credit cards and a
Yeah,
lot of
and a
cash."
lot of cash. It's like,
He said, either way, it's gonna get paid for. He said, don't worry about it. Okay, you will in the small stuff.
I'm pulling out the Amex, bro.
and on
Like,
top of
don't
that, though, you don't
worry.
even know what the hell you're eating because some of that stuff didn't even look like regular food, but you just
I'm glad you brought that shit up because them birds had like six
I was
wings.
definitely gonna bring that up too, because typically, like Ghibli food be looking
Look
kind
for the
of
shame.
good. Like, you
Look
know what
for
I'm
the
saying?
shame.
Like, some of this stuff kind of questionable.
all of it was questionable. Like the little weird pink sausage looking thing that was super round and fat, that was questionable. The round
The,
spiky thing was questionable. Like
the motherfuckers were out there eating shit off of the fucking Who's from the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. You eating shit off of them off of their fucking Christmas
Yeah,
meal, like roast beast and all that shit. That was some Dr. Seuss ass
yeah, man.
food.
And they just slopping that bitch up. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
mom talking about, oh my god, Chihiro, this is amazing. You should try this. Come, sweetie, sit, sit, sit. I'm like, Chihiro had the most common sense. She's like, oh hell no.
I don't eat food I can't
yeah,
pronounce.
don't let Luffy be around. Like, you know what I'm
Bro, that shit wouldn't survive.
saying? Oh man, and Chihiro's like, you know what? I'm gonna just go this way. And so she's going around and like looking somewhere else. She is exploring a little bit. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of spirits and stuff start showing up, and she tries to go find her parents. Surprise, they turn into pigs, and now we're on the quest of like her having to go save her parents from being, eaten and roasted alive, um so I kind of want to. I don't really want to go into like all the different details or whatever like that. I just kind of want to go in through the aesthetic of the movie and just the different things. Like, what did you guys enjoy about this movie? Like, what was your favorite part of Chihiro's journey so far?
Ooh, I definitely truly enjoy the art style of this movie. I love Studio Ghibli's art style. It's always great. It's always colorful. It looks amazing. The one thing I definitely enjoyed about her journey was she had to grow up in a sense really fast, not only to protect herself but to protect her parents. And a child at that age, you would think, would be defiant and not listen, but she took all of her instructions, she ran with them, and she did what she had to. I don't think a lot of kids could do that nowadays. So I give her credit.
Yeah, I think for me it's how she interacted with that environment. Like um sh- all of the spirits in the movie had this like they had this apprehension to like dealing with humans, and the way she acted in that selfless manner for her parents. It was just like kind of seeing the way those interactions went and how it kind of subverted what was being put out.
Yeah, I enjoyed my girly pop and her maturing, but not also that. I think kind of like a theme of the movie as well as like how children, how they say like children are closer to like spirits, so they're more spiritually inclined. That's why she peeped at the beginning that this is a horror movie and that she's the main character in. Um, but not just that, but how she was able to connect with the spirits, right? So the like stink monster or whatever came to get a bath really wasn't. He was just like polluted water, and so he was like a polluted spirit. She was the only one who was able to like peep that. No one else could like really see what was going on. No Face was actually just lonely and just wanted someone to like be his friend and like see him. Of all the millions of people there at that bathhouse, she's the only one who actually would speak to him and talk to him. So just seeing how she's able to really, really caring to those who are around her, even Haku, right? Because he would be switching up on her and she understand what that switch up was about. She ain't like that.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna get into Haku.
yeah, I had to remember because I was like my first watch way back when I was like, oh, I did not like him, but I see now, I peep. He had to do this for survival. He too was in a horror movie. We all have to remember that. So if you look at it through that lens, you have to do what you need to do to survive, and I think she does really well with her connection with the spirits, even with Lynn too. connecting with Lynn and like the radish spirit. Like it's so nice to see that she's just so free and so open and really able to see people for who they are, even spirits.
Hmm. And so when she first meets Haku, Haku is like, "Yo, you got to leave." Like he already knows that she's a human and she's not supposed to be here, but she understands like, "No, I just can't leave my parents. I don't know what's going on. All things are happening really quickly, out of my control. I just want to go. I wasn't even trying to be here in the first place." And Haku's like, "You know what? Hold up. I got you. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm going to help you out." So he tells her to go try to get a job with the boiler man at the bathhouse and gives her these guided instructions. He legit like warps a whole map into her mind so that she can understand where to go from here, not get caught, all of these different things. One of my favorite scenes is like the whole her having to hold her breath as they Metal Gear Solid like stealth walk through the crowd of spirits so that they can get into the building and infiltrate. It felt
Oh
very
yeah, across the bridge.
to me a little bit,
Mhm.
I tried to hold my breath during the time too. I wasn't gonna make it.
yeah,
They was gonna find me out. So she should be.
That frog kept fucking him up the whole way.
I do.
That frog kept fucking with her
Definitely.
the entire movie.
Also, they was walking too slow for my standard. I mean, you need to speed up the steps a little bit. I'm not
yeah,
saying run, but we could have had a little bit of
because
haste
like
going across that
it's too much
bridge.
stuff going on around here. And Haku, I know you kind of famous around here, but you can't say hi to everybody.
Right? Like
We
we
got
need to go.
yeah. Oh, but yeah, so she ends up meeting the boiler man Kamaji. He's like a six-armed guy who's running like the heat in the bathhouse. She tries to get a job from him, but he's like, "Nah, don't you can't work for me." But he ends up taking a liking to her anyway, and like tries to get her to take the first steps of moving on her own and starting a job and finishing it. Like if you set out to do something, you gotta finish it. You can't complain. You gotta, do what you gotta do. So trying to guide her hand with that because it's clearly every spirit here has something against humans. They all want her. They're all trying to find her. Like it was kind of crazy that she was able to get away for so long. And I'm really happy that she made it out this movie. Like, long story short, like it was kind of crazy how she could have got at any point. Um, but
I told you this is an A24 film. I told you.
Truly.
and so we get her to. Oh, one of the things that we didn't talk about is like Haku telling her at this point, like, yeah, try to get a something from the boiler man, try to get a job with him, but whatever you do not make a deal with Yubaba. Don't make a deal with Yubaba. Whatever you do, don't make a deal with Yubaba. Goes down to meet the boiler man. He's like, you need to get a job from Yubaba. I can't hire you. Go talk to her.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like you doing the one thing he said not to do.
Not to do. One
And
thing I do like too about this movie, and I think it's also part of Japanese culture, is just the importance of one's name and how much power it holds.
Mm.
mhm.
Like I love that because the whole entire thing was like with Yubaba is like once she's taking your name, and if you truly forget, then you're lost, and she truly then owns you. Like your name holds so much power to who you are and your freedom, and I love that that theme that was in the movie.
Hmm. Also made me kind of question like how many people in this movie actually have their own name.
I thought the same thing too. I was wondering, like, are all the employees just people who came to Yubaba to make a deal, and then she just took their name?
Yeah, and then they can't remember. Well, yeah, because
Everybody in the
even
360
Leo
deal.
here, yeah, everyone's a 360 for real. Because even Lynn said that. Lynn is like, I want to get on the train. I want to go home too, but you can't leave if you don't remember who you are. You
Yeah.
have nothing to return to. What can you return to?
Yeah, and I think we'll get into it a little bit more. But yeah, Sin, well, not Sin just yet. Chihiro goes up to meet Yubaba, and she ends up taking her name and giving her the new name Sin. But before she even like forgets her real name, she has like a little note from I think it's from her childhood, like one of her childhood friends or something like that. Wrote her name
Yeah,
down.
at the beginning of the movie, it's the her friend wrote her like a little letter saying like, "Shihiro, I'm gonna miss you," and so she kept that with her.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
and Kamaji was like, "You don't hold on to that. Don't ever lose that." So yeah. So now she's going around the bathhouse, working as a cleaner under Lynn, under the pseudonym Sin, and she's doing odd jobs, meeting different spirits, just trying to do what she can so that she can save her parents. Um, and so there's the different spirits that she meets. Of course, she meets No Face. Um, she has the encounter with the stink spirit, and the a lot of the spirits give her trouble because like she's a human and they don't want her around because she stinks. Apparently, they're like, ugh, I'm not trying to work with her. Like, why you here? Giving her the stink face or whatever like that. Um, one of my favorite interactions is like the entire process of her having to clean the tub. But there's a lot of grime in there, and so Lynn is like, you need to go get a bath token from the foreman upstairs. And so she goes up to the foreman or whatever like that. He's like, nah, I'm not giving you shit. And then No Face comes out the cut, hands her some tokens, and she's like, huh? Appreciate that. And then the foreman's like, hold up, I ain't give you none of that. Where you going? Like, like, and then she's
No
able,
face random pockets.
yeah, legit. Like Sly Cooper, that nigga. And so she's able to clean out the tub, but then the next scene is the stink spirit approaching, and everybody smells that nigga from a mile away, literally. Like it becomes a red alert type of thing. And so, she got to clean the tub out real quick, and they put it on her to guide him. And, you know, the animation here is hilarious because her hair literally stands on end as she has to greet this man. And everybody's like, come on, Lynn, or come on, Sin. Show the nice spirit to the bath. Holds out like his sludge hand, drops a whole bunch of sludge tokens or whatever like that, and takes her to the bath, bro. Like, how did y'all feel about this entire scene?
It was interesting, because again, like you said, how nobody wanted to deal with them. Like even at the very beginning, right? As the spirit started to approach you, Baba started sensing something like off. And at first, I thought she was talking about No Face because Sin had just opened the door, had told No Face to come in, and then when he came in, Baba started saying something was off. So I thought she immediately was peeping that No Face was inside the house, but it wasn't at all. It was the stink spirit come into the bathhouse. So with everyone panicking and trying to get rid of it, and then now they're like, all right, we just need to get him in the bath and go. Not really even taking the time to really investigate and see what it really was. But she did, right? So Sen did. Sen is doing the bath and everything, and as she's in the bath, she starts to notice
Uh-huh.
something, and then she felt the bike handle. And the sheer fact is that she automatically peeped that, nah, something's not right here. Let me investigate this more and try to take this out. Which then gave Baba the inkling, like, oh, wait a minute. I don't, this is a stink spirit. I'm like, well, aren't you supposed to be an all powerful witch? How did you not realize that first?
Right.
Like, how does this little girl beat you to that? And then after you figure it out from the little girl, now you want to jump in and help? And then you take everybody's gold afterwards,
Yeah.
too?
She was
That was
like,
some fuck shit.
yeah, y'all,
And she
y'all ain't got
said,
no claim.
"It's in my house. It's mine." I think for me, and this is it really shows in this. It really shows in this scene, but it's a common theme that's literally in all of Miyazaki's films. Like uh, e- everything kind of boils down to environmentalism, on a sense. Like even whenever you talk about
Mhm.
how the spirits had like human smell, like the
Mhm.
smell that they're talking about
Mm.
is the fact that humans cause pollution. Like the apprehension that they have to dealing with them at all is because humans have
Mm-hmm.
just made things worse in the environment for them, like for all the spirits, and that goes and it shows in a lot of other characters in the movie. So
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy like that scene where she pops that herbal token and like pulls. Now that bike scene is one of the most disgusting scenes I've recall
Yeah.
in memory out of
Very.
all of Miyazaki's stuff because like it's like
Yeah.
popping a zit. Like it comes out and then everything comes out. Like the entire room is in filth. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Dumb and Dumber, but like that scene where the dude's in the bathroom with the chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like,
Yeah. There's
like,
shit everywhere. There's
like
shit everywhere.
That Dave Chappelle skit of him being on the toilet, bro. That's exactly what that reminded me of. Like,
yeah, like and it's so disgusting and it's intentionally like that. You know, it's like okay, she's correcting she's correcting what plenty of humans have done. Like she's helping clean up the pollution and that even like how that scene ends and like, you know, hey, here is that gift from the river spirit.
mm-hmm.
Like this is what it's supposed to look like, you know, thank you in
Mm-hmm.
any dips. Like so it just kind of and especially with Chihiro being a child in the middle of all that. Like normally for all the other films, it's usually it's usually like teens that are a little older, like almost on the cusp of adulthood. But like for her, it's like, you know, I'm a child and I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to fix this. So yeah, that one it was I really enjoyed that scene.
And I think one of the other things about it too is like just how everybody is watching Chihiro and like she's not complaining. Like
Mhm.
she's shook up by it, of course, but she knows like this is just a side quest. I still gotta save my parents, and this is just the first step that I gotta do to save my parents. So everybody's just sitting there watching her like she's gonna give up any
Mhm.
moment now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
They
then
had no faith in her.
Yep. And then it comes to when she pulls out the tokens that she got from No Face. Yubaba's like, hold up, where the fuck she get all them tokens from? I don't remember her getting any of it. I didn't give her any of that. Did y'all give her any of that? Like, and then she uses that to like help push forward with washing the sludge spirit to get the job done. Like she knew it needed to be done. She had the ability to get it done. And because of that, everything turned out well and people started to be on her side a lot more. So like it was the complete face turn. It reminded me kind of like the in a more fast forward sense, but like how Naruto started with like everybody being against him, and then by like Pain when he actually saves everyone, they were like throwing him up in the air, bro. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
the full journey there for her at that moment, and
She
now
paid her
everybody,
dues.
yeah. And then from that point on, we get a little bit more about Yubaba with her twin sister Zeniba, um, because through this we also know that Haku has been, kind of avoiding Chihiro for whatever reason, but that's because he's been off on his own thing. He comes back one day super injured or whatever, and Chihiro's like, what happened or whatever. Um, but with this,
He's
she,
also extremely aggressive, even towards her.
yeah,
He
like
comes back.
it
Yeah.
was it was kind of weird. I ain't gonna hold you, like he felt kind of two faced for that. Like what was going on with my man's? You know what I'm saying?
See, I didn't see that as Two Face. To me, the way I perceived it was like he's an animal, right? And when an animal is critically injured, they get
Hmm.
defensive no matter who is there.
Hmm.
Mm.
So like I felt like that was just his natural instincts, just being defensive. Even though that she was there to help, he was just so wounded that he was just automatically aggressive to anybody.
I didn't mean like that, but like yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
with that scene, I meant more like
Oh.
when he was still a human and she tried to say what's
Um,
up to him one time, and he,
but you gotta think about it, he gotta play it off. Me, you, Bob don't know. I know he
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
he gotta make sure Yubaba don't peep. So
Yeah, he has to play it off like he did. He played
yeah,
his role like he was supposed to make sure that
yeah.
that Yubaba didn't catch on.
Yeah,
And even Lynn was doing that too. Like Lynn was acting like, "Oh, I do not want this girl to be following me." And then she's like, "Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm
Are you
so glad
still
you got the
hungry? Oh
job.
my god, yes! I was so worried about you, huh? You just said you just said like you didn't want me to be on your team."
It'd just be funny how like every 5 minutes in between all this, they just sitting there calling her musty.
no dead. It kind of stank around here. Like, oh, it's her.
Like she they be in that
Yeah,
shit. I know it smell crazy up in there. That's how she be coming
like
through.
you need 3 herbal baths. No, no
Some Tic Tacs.
the
Oh my god, TikTok is crazy. Please.
no, it was actually kind of crazy, but yeah, we're getting kind of towards like where things kind of hit the fan with Haku being injured or whatever like that, and then um it's because we meet Zeniba, Yubaba's twin sister, but Chihiro doesn't know that at the moment, and so um she invades the place while Yubaba's out and ends up changing her baby, which is a giant baby. It reminded me of the Typhoon Devil from Chainsaw Man on the low.
Oh my god.
Like I just
Hydrogen bomb
oh
coughing baby. Yes.
yes, legitimately, like just wrecking up a storm because that baby is actually also very funny because it's voiced by Tara Strong.
Not as Timmy Turner.
Yes, legitimately. Which is also funny because Chihiro is voiced by Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. So like the fact that we got some wonderful ladies in these roles just it's kind of funny when you hear it and it's like, oh, I just can't unhear this now. Um but it's just it's the scene with her changing the baby into a mouse and the crow that has Yubaba's face gets turned into like a mosquito, and now they're just like riding along with Chihiro as whatever she's going on an adventure for. So when it comes time to like help Haku out in his dragon form, by the way, Haku could turn into a dragon. I don't know if we talked about that. He could turn.
Yeah, he could turn into a dragon, which
Yeah,
is why I made the animal comment.
yeah, yeah. But like he comes back one day injured, whatever, like that, yada yada, and Yubaba or Zeniba mentions about a gold seal that Haku has stole from her, and so through helping Haku by feeding him the the little seed that she got from the
It's the medicine ball, right? That she
yeah
got from the river spirit.
yes
Yeah.
she had to force it down his throat, make him eat it, and he ended up throwing up the tag that Zeniba was looking for. But also came out with it was a little slug, little spirit or whatever like that. So she crushes it, and that slug spirit was actually the thing that Yubaba was using to control Haku this whole time. So now Haku is low key free from whatever curse that he was under for serving Yubaba, but now he's kind of like just in a coma. Um, so she goes on this long journey to go return this tag to Zeniba. Um, and before she leaves, she gets some tickets from Kamaji to take this train. But then we get this entire scene of her with No Face, and No Face isn't really No Face at this point. For whatever reason, No Face isn't really No Face. He came in, he got invited in. He starts eating a bunch of the different spirits in the bathhouse. It starts with the little frog that we met back at the beginning,
He
and
had that coming.
he did. But what tripped me out was like somebody coming into the room and then him taking the voice of the frog, and like he's like, it was kind
Mm-hmm.
of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you like, what do you? Why are you perched up like this on side of the bath, bro? Like, why is this big ass shadow like up here? And why are you talking like this, nigga? What is going on here, bro? Yeah, Jerry, you was right. This is kind of a horror movie at this point. This is really where the horror movie starts.
At this point, the entire movie is a horror movie. The entire movie is one. But yeah, shout out to No Face. He just wanted somebody to see him and for someone to acknowledge him and to be surrounded by people. So that's why so like his like greeds, right? So like he noticed that like the only way people pay attention to you in the bathhouse is if you have some money. So what he do? He just make a little gold. Okay, well guess what? He has all the attention now. He has all the attention. He has all the food. Everybody wants to talk to him. Everybody wants to be around him. And for someone who's desperately lonely like that, that's all you can need. But of course, because it's not true acknowledgement and it's not truly these people want to be around him and be excited for him, right? They're just using him for a little coin, a little money, a little dollar, right? It's never enough. So that's how he ends up becoming the big blob that he's in. And I think also Nick, when you're like the the stink spirit scene was nasty. No face running around with Chihiro just like purging and like leaving all his like little slime everywhere as he's chasing her downstairs. That actually was the one. I was like, actually, this is the nasty part. I could feel that from the stink monster. I didn't know this was gonna be like this.
The thing that kept throwing me off with just No Face as a whole is like his mouth position throws me the fuck off every time I see him because
Honestly,
his
yeah.
mouth is like on his
Also,
stomach.
too, didn't they say that the bathhouse was also
And
making him like act out of character?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I still don't fully get that part. But I mean, that could also just have to do with
With
was it
I was
not
thinking
not
the witch. I think it was her too. I
the
thought
witch?
maybe her bathhouse had an effect on the guests.
Yeah, because she traps spirits as a witch,
Yeah.
so that could be the connection with that. Um, the fact that he literally wanted to be around people so much. He's like, if you're just going to want me for the things that I have, you can just be in me.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
facts.
I like he basically went to everybody in here. I want y'all all in and around me. Crazy statement, but that's how he
That's how he
rolls.
was moving.
Yeah. I think it was also like with him, it's kind of that theme of like when you're in a new environment and you want to kind of like conform to what you see and like you want to, fit in for lack of a better term. And him having no face, no personality or whatever. So he kind of takes on the personality of whoever he ingests and whatever he sees, he just mimics. Um, yeah, I think that's a part of it. Even though like it was just him wanting to be a friend and Chihiro just actually being a normal person, not wanting anything from him, whereas everybody else was more focused
Hmm.
on greed, which is crazy because it's a very human thing to do and be like kind of greedy. And they try to make that a theme in a lot of anime. But with Chihiro not being that and she's more focused on the other tasks at hand, she's like, nah, I don't really care about that. As a matter of fact, everybody around here wants you to leave. Like you're making people uncomfortable, and she's really just telling it how it is. And I think that really sets him straight to where they're able to travel together to be on the train.
I need
To,
you
to
to leave.
Yeah.
Um,
I did this all for you, though.
but
This is all for you.
but like also, and then also with it because I'm glad you brought up that word greed because the other thing is like whenever you talk about like, well, how do spirit? I think we see it in like a lot of other Ghibli works too. Like whenever there's any type of spirits or anything involved, the second those human aspects are brought in, that's whenever the corruption comes,
hmm
and that's exactly what we saw with No Face. Like he was corrupted by that greed.
hmm Like we already saw it with Chihiro's parents at the beginning. You know,
They turned into pigs.
Mm.
yeah,
Into the one tubby tubby.
but
That's a major pig.
no, dead ass. I cannot get the sight of them just like squealing and the dude just like smacking them with like a little
Oh, with the
spatula.
fan! Yeah, like that. Get back.
Yes.
I thought he was just slapping them.
No, because they kept eating. He was like, all right, enough, motherfucker, enough.
He was just like,
Yeah.
back, bitch, back.
Yeah. But yeah, oh Chihiro. So yeah, when Chihiro had to stand up to No Face, that was the moment when I was like, wow, my girl has grown so much. She's matured so much here in this little bathhouse.
Yeah.
Because she's actually able to defend herself and just like, just say how it is and to be herself and just like be like strong-holded within that. I'm like, that's so nice. Right? Because like at the beginning, when like she was first trying to do her chores, she couldn't even like wipe the floor. She didn't know how to do nothing. Can't do no chore. Can't do nothing. Was very like naive to how things in the world are.
Hmm.
But like from being there, she was able to mature. So maybe this is a horror movie, but there are lessons that we've learned along the way as we were going through it. And so I'm so proud of her. She learned something. Final girl, she learned something cool.
It's so funny because like I don't think she necessarily changed like her mindset for the most part because she's always been outspoken about what she feels, but I think she's also gained like a lot of life experience about working with different people and understanding at least like while you may not like this, you might just have to like suck it up a little bit. You might find something enjoyable out of it. You might find that the people you're working with also kind of feel the same way that you do, but everybody got to clock into this 9 to 5. We all got to work. You know what I'm saying? We might not like it, but we got to do it. We got to do what we got to do to survive, keep food on the table. We're all going through this together. You're not the only one feeling this way. Oh, and so I think that was one of the lessons that I think Kamaji was also trying to teach her. Like, this is the real world. You wouldn't survive being an adult for real, for real. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, she wouldn't have turned into a pig.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine she did eat the food? It would have been the movie would have been so different. It would have been over. It would have been the slaughter.
They would have been bacon.
Yeah, it would have been the slaughter. It would have been bacon.
Oh man, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Uh,
Now you know you got to say it now.
Right?
we just seen rotisserie pork chops. You know what I'm saying? Like on the plate.
Man, everything.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we get towards the end of the movie. They get to Yubaba's house, and you not Yubaba, Zeniba, because they both look the same, bro. Like,
With the same
They're
outfit
twins.
on. They could have used get them different outfits. They have the
yeah,
same outfit on too.
different updo or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nothing. No, they are literally like steal each other's flow, word for word, bar for bar.
yeah, but she's, I like how they talk about each other. Like, at least Zeniba is like, she's never liked me, but I like to give her a little shit every now and again, just to keep her on her toes. But they talk about what breaks the spell of Yubaba, and she says it's supposed to be true love, which I really didn't see that coming.
I don't see that either. I don't understand how that happened.
How you gonna throw that in there at the end? I don't know about that, dog. Like,
the only thing I can think, I don't think it was romantical love. I think it was more so of like just
Yeah.
just straight love for a person because of just who Kohaku was and their past and what he did for her. I feel like that's where it came from.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is more of a platonic friendship love that they're talking about in that.
Because the way they do talk about it, it make it seem like it was like romantic love. I'm like, none of that built at any point in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you bring up the name Kohaku, which is Haku's true name because he is actually also a river spirit. From the Kohaku River back in the real world that ended up drying up when Chihiro was younger or whatever, but she had lost her.
No, they
Yeah.
said they built
they
apartments
filled it
over
in.
it.
Yeah, they filled
Yeah.
it in. They
Yeah.
drive.
Oh.
They
It
filled
did
it
not
in.
dry up. Yeah, they just say
Yeah,
we
like
need some more
humans
space.
dead to that shit.
Oh.
That goes back to what I was saying before about the environmentalism piece in
Yeah.
these bitches.
Where's Captain Planet when you need him?
Yeah.
He's
Dead.
stuck at the bathhouse. That's where he is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was probably one of the biggest things. I had something else along with that, but I lost my train of thought. So we get to Kohaku's true name. That's what it was. The fact that like one thing that I didn't like about it was while they bring it up with her and meeting him or like going to that river when she was younger, I wish we could have got that at the beginning of the movie so that could have like at least tied together a little bit cleaner.
I mean,
Uh,
they mentioned it.
Mm.
They hinted at it
Yeah, they kept
did
saying
they?
how. Yeah, they kept saying how she like he's
because they
familiar
were,
with her and like
yeah,
why did
because
he
Yeah,
know
but
her?
like
she was like, "Why do you?
how?
How do you know?
How do you know my
He
name?
don't. He don't know because he don't know himself. So he don't know why he know her. He don't know either. He can't. He don't have the answers. Sway.
He's
He
like,
don't have the answers.
you just feel really. He's like, you just feel
Yeah.
really familiar.
Like I get that. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
And once
they
again,
we coulda-
the river doesn't exist anymore. So he can't recall his time of being the river spirit because it doesn't
I mean,
exist
I don't
anymore.
mean that. I meant more of like I wish we could have gotten like a flashback scene at the beginning of the movie about Chihiro at the river or whatever like that in this happening.
But then we wouldn't have gotten her dad driving full speed into a forest as our introduction.
I mean, that could have happened a little bit later. I mean, I think it would have been a little bit better. I don't know. Like, you know, that is funny as hell. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, oh,
It's like, hey, I'm gonna crash out right quick
No
for no
reason.
reason.
she almost died twice in this movie. Once at in the river, and then another time with her dad. Like,
All because Pops wanted to test out his 4-wheel drive.
yeah, but yeah, and then we get that whole scene. Haku ends up coming to save her. They gotta come back to the bathhouse. Yubaba gives her one last test. Says you gotta point out your parents out of all these pigs. She looks around. She's like, I don't want to see them. Everybody cheers because she got it right. She
No,
recognized that none of the. Go
them.
ahead.
I was like them booing Yubaba when she was like, "I have one more test for you." They're like, "Boo, let her go, boo, thumbs
We actually
down,
like her
Right,
boo."
now.
like she's cool people. She
Like
saved
she
us.
done saved us like twice now. Like, come on now.
But like, and it's the fact that also on the for the last test, she really doubled down on the fact that on the consequences of the last test. Because I believe her phrasing was, "Hey, you pick them out now, or we eat them." Like it just seemed very immediate. Like, oh, you just did all this great shit, and let me see you fuck this up so I can eat your
Right?
parents in front of you.
Fuck all your accomplishments that you just did. You know, thank you for saving my bathhouse. Because it
It's
And my baby.
right,
Could have been
and
that
my
scene
baby, because she did save her baby.
Yes.
about to serve that nigga up in a bowl.
Saved her big
Yes, her
ass
45-year
baby.
old baby, because she would not. Which is
She
why he
didn't even know
left.
it was missing.
Which
She
is
didn't
why
even know
he
he was
left.
missing.
That's true. She didn't recognize her own kid.
Mhm.
She looked at that motherfucker
Daddy
and was
lied.
like, "Get this ugly." She said, "Get this ugly shit out my face and go get my shit from my sister."
Because like Yubaba transformed the three like giant green heads or whatever, or
With the green
and it's
eyes,
like,
yo.
yeah, man, she is crazy. Like,
Bro.
yeah, I'm glad we're done with her. Like, she had a great moment. She was a great antagonist. I'm not gonna lie, like a good foil to a lot of the things that happened. Even though she really wasn't like, she was just greedy. She was just really greedy and very standoffish. She didn't have to be that way. Like, a lot of things would have went a lot smoother if you weren't the way that you were. But you know, it's all good.
It's
Oh,
it is what it is with certain people. They have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But also, I think it's
But
good for
wait, because I
Chihiro. I think it, like I said, I think it helped her mature being there with someone who is so strict and so like rough. Because they would tell her like, actually, you're pretty wimpy and you're weak. I really don't need you here. And so she had to lock in all the time. And even when they had to like serve clients, like you have to be professional at all times. I don't care that you don't like whatever. Even though they make her do grunt work, right? But it's still the idea
Mm-hmm.
that you're on the clock, you have something to do, you need to do it regardless. So yeah, like I said, I feel like Chihiro matured in this time at her bathhouse. So all of the horrors were unnecessary evil.
so 80, you had mentioned like Yababa. Is that her name? Yababa. I know
Zeniba is
I
the sister.
went back and forth. Zaniba's a sister. So yeah, so the other one. Baba.
Yeah.
Uh, so you brought up the word antagonist with her, and one of the things I was sitting with the whole while I was rewatching this, I really didn't feel like this. I don't feel like the movie itself really had an antagonist,
Oh, I can see. I can see.
I can see what you're
and
saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
like, and I think that was one of the other things why just it in itself, like I kind of mentioned, like the movie being really gentle or being really subtle. Like it was basically it was big. I used to work in schools, and essentially it kind of felt like that environment to where like there's a lot of chaotic shit just happening. Nobody is necessarily like the big bad or anything like that. Just everyone in this space is just going through random shit.
Hmm.
And like that was kind of like how the whole film felt to me in that regard. Like it didn't like even with Yababa, like I mean her child got kept or she didn't know I can't even use that. Her child she didn't notice her child got kidnapped. But like she's essentially just running a business. Like for all the shits and giggles of taking people's names and all that, like it's not like the people there don't fuck with her. Like, they just it's just taken like, that's her role. She does this. Her sister. It's like, yeah, I almost killed Haku and possibly you at the same time, but yeah, I was just fucking with my sister. I have no qualm against you or anything like that. I was just here. It's like everybody's like on like this horizontal plane
Yeah.
almost.
I think it's more of her being the antagonist just because Chihiro is the protagonist that we have to follow, and her goal is to save her parents, and Yubaba is the direct foil of that. So it's like you
There's
Yeah.
one
just
point I want to bring up though that Yubaba said when she went to go get a job, right? She said,
yeah
"I am forced. Why am I forced to give people
It
work?"
was like
Hmm.
it was a deal or
Yeah,
a
like a
curse or
curse,
something
right? So
before.
like so she is forced to give
Yeah.
anybody. Okay, I
Yeah,
was
anyone who
wondering.
asks her, yeah. If you
All
go, you
right,
directly ask
Yeah.
her, yeah, she got to do it.
She can't refuse you.
and I was
She's
wondering.
locked in her own 360
Yeah, I
game.
was wondering if the reason why, like, maybe even Yubaba's not even the person that's even putting such like a hex or whatever's causing the bathhouse to have such an energy. It's not even really her. It's someone above her doing that as well.
yeah.
Oh no, I feel like that's her. Like 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 she definitely is the one sealing like she's writing them seals down.
So the thing is, like, what if the bathhouse itself is also caused her to warp? Like, the person cursed her, put her in the bathhouse, right? As to manage it, but then the bathhouse, like whatever is placed on the bathhouse, just warps you as a person over time.
I mean, I think
Hmm.
it's just because of the different spirits, which are like I think a lot of them are also Japanese spirits in general, and they have like a lot of different deities and things in their mythology.
Yeah.
So I just think that their folklore is a lot different, and just a lot of the different characters that we see, including Yubaba, probably just tie into
They have
something
a lot of
of their
interactions.
folklore.
Well, a lot of
Yeah,
inherent interactions that we just may not be seeing all of it in the film.
yeah,
Mhm. But also, like, the bathhouse is like a place for like spiritual cleansing. So you have to think of like, what do you do with all that energy that is there? The negative energy is still there. It's just moved out.
You send a little human girl to clean it up.
Hmm.
mm, gotta go take a
Get that
bath.
Mr. Clean. Get the scrubbing bubbles out in that bitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then we come to the end of the movie. She saved her parents. Um, they're ready to leave. She's like, "Oh, I don't know if I was feeling this trip for real." Uh, but yeah, that's the end of the movie. A full journey. I don't think her parents learned anything. They really didn't realize what was going on at all. Chihiro went on a full adventure in the spirit world and came back out a different girl. Yeah. Overall thoughts of this movie.
Also, how much time do we think actually passed? Because like when you look at the grass from when the car first got there to when.
Oh yeah, it overgrow.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
how
that
much
and they
time
said that the car
actually
was dusty.
passed?
They're like the car was dusty.
She definitely missed the first week of school.
First week,
I like too.
they had to put out an APB on her. Like,
W-
family of three
Were they
missing.
weren't they moving into a new house or like they were renting something?
Yes, they
Yeah.
were moving to a new
Yeah.
Yes,
house, and the movers were supposed to meet them there. So like the movers put the shit in the house
Oh,
and just
yes,
left.
some
Like
because the dad said they had the key
key,
and they could.
right?
wait, the movers had the key to
So
open the door?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah. So they're
Okay.
like they don't have to be there and like rush to the house because the movers can already
Okay,
go
because
in
I was
there.
about to be their shit is definitely gone. They they've definitely gotten
'Cause
robbed
I was like, can you imagine being a neighbor? You see this moving truck come in, all these people stuff, and then you never
and
see the
never seen
people.
the neighbors.
Like
not only that, but like because like the whole family was gone. Like Chihiro was missing from school. Dad never showed up for work. Like every there had to have been calls out made for them being.
If he
yeah,
got
it definitely got
fired,
fired.
that
He
would
probably
be
came back. They're
crazy.
like, hey man, you haven't been to work in 2 weeks, so we had to let you go. He was like,
You gotta move back.
Interest on them credit cards done racked up. Like,
he's like, what are you talking about? I haven't been gone for
I,
2 weeks. Like, yeah, you have, man. Like, we've been calling
whoa,
you and everything. Like,
what would a sequel to Spirited Away look like with them coming back to the human world? What do you like?
seeing how their lives changed for being gone for so long and not knowing it. So like having
Yeah,
that like little time travel paradox going on there. And then seeing if because they had that experience, does that now make them more acceptable to the spirit world? Like are they gonna start seeing things now in their world a lot easier?
mm,
Chihiro walking back into that field like CJ from San Andreas talking about, oh shit, here we go again.
Or even
Um,
I
where
just
Kohaku said that they're
That's
gonna meet again, having them meet up again.
yeah, I was thinking more so like Chihiro gonna be a spirit detective. Is she gonna be locked in with the spirits on this side?
Now
my,
she's on her freaking Yusuke. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
her
she
use
can
I'm
she
not
can
gonna lie
paint with
to
all the
you.
colors of the wind now. She's right because, like you said, with like the environmentalist part, like they talk about like even when they first go into like the warp, her dad is like, "Oh yeah, this is like an abandoned amusement park. Like these used to be everywhere, and now they're closed down." So yeah, so like there are little hints and like
now in
sprinkles of
retrospect,
like
that's
what happens when technology changes, when you build, when you have industrialization happen in a place, the economic boom, economic decline.
yes.
So yeah, I think Chihiro will be able to lock in and make sure that her spirits don't forget who they are, so they're not stuck in that bathhouse.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now in retrospect, him looking at fucking shrine spirit statues and being like an amusement park, that's ignorant as fuck.
Right? Right?
No,
Oh,
That's
this is
ignorant
an
as
amusement
fuck.
park. I'm like, sir, where did you get this from? An amusement park?
This is a Wendy's. Boy, pop up. Man, this just Six Flags.
yeah, we had a resort and everything. No, I was thinking this would probably be along the lines of her, and this is her. This is just me thinking her direct counterpart, but her being Kagome and this is Inuyasha, like
Mm.
just her going into the adventures and Kohaku being her Inuyasha
Oh,
for
so like
real.
she keeps going back and forth, like going through the well.
Yes,
Mm.
With her dead spirit dragon. 'Cause, I mean, technically he's dead ish.
Yeah,
Ish,
The
yeah.
the river
river's not
doesn't exist
there
anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
yeah, it's
can't come
gone.
back.
unless like they make a new river.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing.
yeah. Like, see, I don't think.
Can they cross over through the tunnel?
I don't think she would want to go back because once again, if you
I
go
don't think
back,
you
you
can
stuck there. So
because
I don't. This is not an isekai. We can just go back and forth. No, thank you. She needs to stay on this side and just be nice to the spirits.
well, she did also eat the food of that world, and so maybe she could go back and
Yeah,
forth.
that was the thing. Like she would be stuck there if she didn't eat the food of that world.
I thought she would
But
just fade away.
also,
She would, yeah, she was gonna fade away, but now I see where AD's coming from, like because now she's been there and technically has been sort of like kind of a part of that world, she will now have access to go back and forth between both.
Well, my thing is know that Yubaba's just gonna get her in another 360 deal. Like you're back. Thanks. You gotta work. You gotta be to be here. You
Damn.
gotta work. So
I,
she gonna have to work. She can't just be lollygagging. She gotta work.
I think she would be more willing to work this time.
Mm-mm.
Like, just don't force me into no crazy stuff. But like, cause I miss you guys. If y'all need some help, I know what to do. You know, where Lynn at? You know, well, let's have some fun type stuff. You know,
Yeah, because like no one
You're
seems
um,
like
not
they
worth
want to
it.
stay there. I don't think that she wants to go back. Everybody's trying to leave the bathhouse. No one wants
but
to be there. They're just there because there's nowhere else for them to go.
I don't know, cause they also made it seem like it's like a festival town. You know, like wasn't there a festival going on or
Mm-mm.
something?
No, they just
Um,
it's just like when No Face
nah.
was throwing all that money, they're like, oh, bring out all the good shit. Serve him
Oh
whatever
no,
he
but I mean,
wants.
like they also had
Bring out the good gas.
the stands and everything though. Like they had like the initial food stalls and all of the other stuff that was just set up around the area.
Oh, that was for the spirits as they
Yeah.
walk through. That wasn't really a festival. That was just for the spirits to be
That's the
there,
market
like
district.
entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah, to entertain the spirits.
Okay, because I'm thinking it's like this is what the night parade of 100 demons is supposed to really be like.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can see where you're
No,
going with
I mean
that.
it was actually I was thinking more like
Oh,
Oban. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a little bit thinner. Maybe the line's a little thinner. Y'all can come over here and celebrate the dead. But
mm, mm.
it don't make it. They don't seem like they want to be there. They're indentured servants in that bathhouse.
No dead.
They have no 401k. They have no pension. There's no PTO.
I mean, do you really need a 401k when you got the nomads popping up with all the gold in the world?
Well, see,
You mean
all
the
his
fake
gold
gold?
was fake.
Oh yeah, I was
He
about to
got rid of
say
That
it.
was
That
fake
was fake.
gold.
that shit was
That
dirt.
shit
Money
was
ain't
fake.
real. Money ain't real in the first place.
That shit was fake. And he
Money is what you
he's
make it. And
changed now. He has a friend. He's with Zaniba. He's with the sister, which is actually like my favorite part of like him going with Chihiro on the train and then going to Zaniba's house and then staying there because he like has somewhere he belongs now. I'm like, oh, but no face. You don't have to
She
be
got
fake no more. You could be with someone who likes
Zaniba
you.
got him out there in a sweatshop. He
Maybe
over there. He over there in Zaniba house, making sweaters,
probably
spinning yarn.
but he's happy to spin that yarn, okay? Someone asked him, did someone looked at him in his
He's
mask and
happy.
said, you want to spin this yarn for me? That's all he wanted. He just wants to be acknowledged.
You want a job? Come. You want a job? Come to no. Come to death row. That's Zaniba.
oh man. All right. Where are y'all? What grade are y'all giving this? S through F.
Definitely, I would give this honestly about a B plus. B plus for me.
I'm at about a B plus, A minus, somewhere around that range.
Oh, I'm at an A plus. I really like. I would love to give it an S. I feel like S is just like because it's a classic. But like me, myself, and I'll give it an A plus. That shit's scary.
Give it an A plus for the A24.
A plus for A24, absolutely. And like I said, and I don't know if there's like the one that they have on streaming if it's like remastered, but it was like beautiful to watch. Very stunning,
Yeah,
very gorgeous. I don't know if they did some more color grading, but yeah. So yeah, A plus.
I know exactly what they did. They put it in Chat GPT.
Shut the
Don't
fuck up.
you?
Shut the
Don't.
fuck up.
We
Shut the
were just
fuck up.
talking about
Shut the
saving
fuck
the
up.
environment. This girl, you learned nothing from
Oh,
Spirited Away.
Chat
You ain't learned nothing.
GPT. Yo.
You ain't learned
I have
nothing.
a I have a
Just like how
personal
Haku don't
vendetta
have no
against that
river,
bitch.
we not gonna have no clean water because you want to use Chat GPT. See,
Haku got used up.
for you
Oh.
to make your search engine,
Haku
for you to have your whole day. Let me. I can't watch my AI cat videos anymore. Meow meow
AI cat
meow
videos.
Yeah,
What?
cat videos.
meow meow.
What?
Have y'all not seen?
Yeah,
Oh my god! I will send them in the chat.
she.
I love
Oh
them.
my god!
I love
God
them
I
damn.
put my
actually.
head down. She has shown me too many of those. They have the craziest storylines for whatever reason, and it's like,
I be
who has the
locked
time?
in. I be locked
Storylines
in.
on AI cat videos, kind
Yeah,
of
some of
wild.
them they be like mermaids and like their tail get cut off and then they have to go and they get a genie and they get their legs back and then they get a boo, but then the boo don't like them because they're fat, so then they lose weight. Yeah,
Oh, it's a
that's
whole
the whole thing.
story going on here.
Yes, 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 I will
This
say
It's
cat
that.
literally
story,
a Tyler Perry drama, bro.
cat
Like,
stories is written by Shonda Rhimes.
Yes. But yes, A plus for me for Spirited Away.
I'll probably give it an A. Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. There are just things here and there where I'm like, storytelling could have been a lot better before 2001. It just felt very complete, you know, and it left enough up to the imagination. It gave a lot of intrigue and mystery into this world, and it felt like we could have got more from it, but it was just enough. Um, so yeah, we have finally made it to episode 5. We have finally completed our journey for so far. You know, I want to thank you guys for coming along on this quest. Thank you, Nick, for joining us on this episode.
You're
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
How do y'all feel? How y'all feel? We've made it through the first batch. Like,
It feels it's pretty. It's been fun and it feels good. Like I've definitely enjoyed this, having conversations, revisiting certain animes, and then like going back at it with a different perspective and really figuring out, did I actually really like this, or was I just just at the moment type of deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's always been my thing.
like it's it's nice. It's nice seeing the revisiting of, because whenever you at first gave like the list of like the different isekais that y'all are going to be going over and everything, after a while it really took me, that shit really took over a solid time period of formative years for me. So it's like it's just really nice just to check in on that stuff after a while.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I love an isekai. I love them of all types, all shapes, all genres, all romances. Because I got my BL one coming soon. Coming soon for us all.
Oh my
It's
god.
good. It's really good. Just like how you felt about Vending Machine. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, it's so wonderful to be able to sit and talk about them.
Wait,
I feel the same way about vending machine.
Yeah, it's really nice to talk about the things that I enjoy in all of their aspects and all of the multitudes, right? Because you'll hear that a lot of like, oh, isekai is all the same thing. It's all the same thing. But like, no, it's not. It's so much. It's such a plethora within the genre. You really just have to look and just be open. Don't think too hard. Don't be a meathead. Just watch. The show will show you what it wants to show you. So yeah.
Also, people need to also broaden their horizons with certain shows. Like they
Oh,
stick to just certain
hmm
types and never given something else a try. I promise you, there is so much good anime out there in an isekai genre that doesn't need to have hands. It
Hmm.
doesn't need to have hands all the time.
I was gonna bring this up because there has been a discussion on the
this
timeline.
the 2K anime watchers, is that how you worded it last time? I forgot.
The ball and gun gamers, that was the last one.
Yes.
Um, but that version, but with anime, because people have been talking about like, if you watch only shonen, you're not really an anime fan. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that take. You know, if you watch an anime, you watch an anime. You know, you could stand to broaden your horizons a little bit. But like I said earlier at the start of this, like me not really wanting to watch Ghibli and wanting to see shooty blam blasts or whatever and buff burly men charge up and yell
Hey
in the mic.
yo.
Pause.
Hey man, listen.
Yeah, you want to watch big beefy men, but you don't want to watch the BLs with me? Make it make sense. See? See? It's a through line. There's a through line here.
There's definitely not a through line. It's called growing up. It's called
Big,
maturing.
big, beefy, burly man.
Yo.
But also, I mean, because I think a lot of people be having it twisted sometimes. Because I mean, shonen ain't the genre; it's just the demographic.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
There's
also very true.
there's slice of life in shonen.
There is, yo.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there's
Not all
romance.
just
There's
battle
romance in
action.
it. Yeah. Now, if you just only battle action and like sometimes, well, not sometimes, if that's like the main thing somebody want to work through, I mean, I guess more power to you. But yeah, there's other stuff out there. But like,
Yeah. Kind
Real
of like
talk.
your
Like I just want people to go Google Shonen Jump and like look at all the major titles and see that they're battle action, right? But then look at the other stuff. Like we got Psyche K. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Akane
uh,
Banashi.
yeah.
That's my girl.
Like there's other things that aren't like Haikyuu, like
Ruri
Kuroko's
Dragon.
basketball. Ruri Dragon, you know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot. One of the best ones that's out right now that I've been watching, and I know Jerry's been watching too, is You and I Are Polar Opposites. Like that's Shonen
Oh,
Jump.
that shit's fucking
Like
adorable.
yes, there's a lot of stuff that's in the Shonen demographic that are like not just action based. Like of course you're gonna have like Kaiju number 8 and we also got Spy Family. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a half and half type of thing. Like it doesn't always have to be like the battle action and drama and all of that stuff. You could just have something chill, something funny, something that's more down to earth and more relatable that you could put on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like I get it, but also at the same time, like to claim that you're not an anime fan because you're watching just like this one thing and that's something that you enjoy. Like also like.
Yeah. And I
Some
don't
If
think
you
it's
watching
their
anime, you
fault
watching
either,
anime.
because okay, like if you're watching like Toonami or something, majority of Toonami is things that are shonen. You can't help that. Like when I was doing my Annie
Hmm.
list and I was like putting down like the things that I've watched, the majority of the things are shonens because that's just what's the demographic that's popular and that's what they show if you're like watching TV. So yeah, you have to get out on your own and find things
Hmm.
and broaden your horizons. But to be like you're not a real fan is you are maybe just like a casual friend, or maybe you're a new fan. There's nothing wrong with that. To each his own.
Yeah, and you could like we can have the conversations online now. Like there are people who are talking about different things. Like I know people are probably talking about what Fire Force is, what's going on with Fire Force, or what's going on with JJK. Those are like the heavy things and the hottest things out right now, or whatever. But like it ain't nothing to talk to trustworthy. Let me specify that trustworthy anime fans whose opinions are a little bit more diverse. And listen to the lookout. We have a little bit more diverse opinions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out. Like listen to any one of us. We all have pretty diverse tastes. We're all like well versed in different genres, and we've all practically seen over 100 anime. Like
Yeah.
I'm like if nothing else, I can guarantee you if you want to watch something, like we could give you a decent recommendation on something that's not action or a battle anime or whatever. Like there's a lot here. There's romance. There's slice of life, like we've talked about. And within the isekai genre, there's so much like it's not all just action and magic fantasy or whatever like that. We have a lot of different things that's going on here. So like, I mean, that's just a very long winded thing. So like,
Yeah.
but
In the back of my head, I just keep reflecting on the fact that Hamtaro used to be on Toonami.
Man.
Yes, I
Bro.
used to watch it. That's how
And
I knew it was time for me to go to summer camp because my
what was the
episode was
other
finished and then I had to get in the car.
little Shin Shin?
Oh,
Shin
Shin
Chan,
Chan?
yep,
Sinchan,
Lupin the Third.
Sinchan, Sinchan had no business. Well, I mean, no, that was
It
that
was
was during the
on like
nighttime.
Adult Swim. It was like
That
Adult
was on
Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
No, this is
yeah.
As a kid, you had no business watching that shit, but I was
Nobody
there
had any
every
business.
night watching that shit.
Oh,
As a 33-year-old man,
if you want to blend between Hamtaro and Shin Chan, you need to watch Avi
Yeah.
Chu because she's a hamster, but She lives with like an adult woman, and she's
Oh,
insane. That's the one with like the girl, like yeah, like she's on the phone. And she's like saying like Monko. I'll send the clip. Fret not.
mm,
It's
I think I
good.
know which one you're talking about because it's like the hamster
Yeah, the
lookalike.
if you see like the hamster and she's
It's
like
wild.
dragging something behind her, that's Abichu. That's
Yes,
not Hamtaro.
it's
That's
not
she.
ham. Yeah,
It's not Hamtaro.
yes.
That's a wild mix.
It's so entertaining though. It's so
No, that looks
gosh,
adorable.
it's so funny. It is like mature, but it's funny.
Oh man. Okay,
You good?
but
Oh, there you
yeah. No. Like I had to make sure. Oh yes, before anything goes out again, we might have to wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to The Lookout for the last 8 years. Wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Just tuning in every week, every time an episode drops. We have everybody tapping in. Thank you guys for listening to Sekai. It has been a fun journey. That's what I wanted to ask before we sign off. Like, what do you guys, Jerry, Pat, Nick too? Well, like we've been talking about it on the side. I don't know if you guys want to talk about what we have planned coming up as we take this short break. Um, but do you guys want to talk about things that you guys are going to be getting into as far as anime? What people could expect for the next time we come back?
Yeah, I definitely am looking forward to the next time we come back. We are definitely planning on to moving into some other categories, not just isekais, but supernatural as well, adventure, slice of life. Just kind of start giving a general census on how we feel about different animes, and possibly even doing a welcome to anime starter pack of recommended shows that we feel like are a great way to introduce somebody into anime. So look out for that. That's going to be a great thing to discuss and revisit.
Yeah. I'm gonna always be here to help broaden your horizons, giving you your unconventional isekais to watch, and all your other fantasies and manga too. I hope to find some mangas that I can recommend on here too next season. So look out for that.
I'm just getting out of academic hell, so I'm finally hopping back into actually regularly consuming stuff. So I'm just here to be I'm just here for fun. Like I'm enjoying freedom right
Right.
now. I'm like truly enjoying freedom. You can ask AD, but
Yeah.
I'm here for whatever. I'm in this bitch.
Yeah, man. Trust me, I already know. Listen, I'm trying to put together episodes. Really, I'll just be here for the ride. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This episode was practically unscripted. I'm saying this at the end right now. I was going off the top of the dome. Other than the beginning, everything else was really off the top of the dome. Oh, but yeah, I'm always here for the ride and just enjoying talking about anime and manga with everybody. So you'll hear me here. You'll hear me on the lookout. Whenever I get a chance to play more games, I'll be back with Plug and Play. We might have an episode in April. There's a lot of stuff that has come out, a lot of showcases, a lot of big news has come out since then. So might drop another Plug and Play. Keep your ears out to the streets for that one. But yeah, until then, please listen to Subs Lie Dubs Lie this Wednesday as they talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1. That is going to be a great start to this season of Subs Lie Dubs Lie. J and D, they're going to be working like, I wouldn't say working, but they do be working their ass off with every season that they put out. Like last season was Gundam, straight Gundam, some of the best Gundam content you will ever hear. This season, JoJo's, you need JoJo's on the radar. Like fantastic stuff. And then the lookout will be here with our anniversary episode on Thursday. We're going to have some fun with that. And then, in the meantime, check out the back catalog. Like I said, we have everything on YouTube. So please subscribe to the Lookout YouTube. Follow us on X. Follow us on IG. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Twitch. The Lookout RNC. Follow all of our pages. I will put everything in the description below. You can talk to us about anime. Hit us up on the timeline. You know, everybody out there, we are open to talk about stuff. Just don't bring no ignorant shit. Like that's the one thing I ask. Don't bring no ignorant shit because like I be trying to have like civil discourse, and I enjoy talking about sports. You might see me rant and rave about Atlanta sports teams and whatever the fuck they got going on. But I'm also open to, I'm mostly open to talk about games and anime too. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up about anything.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
I was gonna say, AD, you mind if I plug mine right quick? Because
oh yeah, please, please.
yes, no, I mean not to intrude. No, I'll definitely love y'all
No,
having
no,
me
no.
on.
No,
Yeah,
please, please, by all means.
yeah. So AD had mentioned at the beginning. Me and a couple other my friends, we do a pod centered around comic book historian shit. So essentially, we're doing a chronological log of the Milestone Comics imprint. If anybody's like familiar, like Static Shock, Icon, things of that nature. Essentially, we're covering that from the beginning of the comic imprint in '92 to present day. We're in the middle of our first season right now, actually. Um, it's me and a couple other my friends that we have different realms that we operate in. Two of us, me included, we're mental health counselors. The other one works in higher education. So it's just like spinning that lens on how Black stories are being told, and basically like providing that insight on like how that impacts the communities that receive these stories. But it's called the Bang Baby Diaries. We're available to watch on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I think that's about it that we have on that. We trying to branch out to YouTube and Substack and a couple other stuff, but we still growing in this
Yes,
bitch.
and y'all have some of the best conversations that I think a lot of people need to hear.
I,
Just going through the beginning of the Milestone era and like what he started off with, I think that was one of my favorite things.
yeah,
Because
'cause-
like a lot of people are familiar with Static Shock, but just the origins of how he's even being created, like
and I think another thing that really goes into it is like a lot of people get scared about comics in general because there's 11 million comic book issues of everything. So the hope is with all that stuff is we trying to help give everybody a starting point to like really get into stuff because it can be overwhelming to look at all the goddamn numbers.
yeah. So please go check out Bang Baby Diaries. Support the people. Support the Lookout family. We are here, and we will be coming back very soon. I'll be coming back this week. I'm no days off for me. But yeah, man. Until the next one, Jerry, you want to sign us off?
Of course. Thank you for joining us on our quest as we wrap up with everything. We hope to see you next season, same time, same place.